Welcome back to Andertons TV, ladies and gentlemen. My two blindfolded guests today are Danish Pete and Ben Smith.
Hello.
But do they really know their acoustic guitars? Do they? I've got 10 acoustic guitars behind me here. 10. It's kind of like all the famous shapes. So we're not worried too much about models or brands or anything here. It's just shapes.
The shape of you.
10. Can they?
10 shapes of acoustic guitar.
Just from me strumming a few chords, can they guess the shapes? Now I'm kind of, let's be fair. You would like to think they'll guess the difference between that one and that one, right? But there's someone here. I don't know how they're going to guess them. So I've randomized the order. I've written them down here, and we're starting with this one.
Can I just ask a question, Ben, really quickly? Does it say on the inside of your mask here, does it say please like and subscribe?
It says you can win a clon when we get to 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, and we only need 30,000 more, right?
That's something like that.
Yeah. So please do that. Thank you.
And I appreciate that if you are watching this video, I've given away which the first one is, at least to you watching, not to these guys. But if you want to play along, blindfold yourself.
Tie yourself up to the bed.
Just go and look in your girlfriend's bedside drawer and you'll find all the equipment that you need. Okay.
The Suck 2000.
I'm playing with a plectrum and I'm playing cowboy chords.
Oh no.
Okie dokie. It's big.
You think it's big?
I think it's.
Thank you for noticing.
I think it sounds a bit like a J45 to me.
Yeah, I would go from like what it sounds like, but I'm gonna keep my. Do I have to say something now? Do we have to say?
Well,
now?
that would help. Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
It's a medium-sized guitar.
I think it's a J45.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. I do think you're right on that one. Because it's a distinct sound, isn't it?
Yeah, like really low mid.
Low mid end. Yeah. I was just about to say low mid, like 200 is pumped up a little bit. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So you're both agreeing with the same? Is this going to be are you just going to wait for Ben to say it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And just agree
Every single time.
Fine.
I was going to say
starting strong there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well,
you know your J45s, and when you say it, I tend to then hear it.
I think that was, but...
Well, you know what I will do?
But
just to help you here, and I'm happy to remind you what you've chosen before and what's still left to go.
Right.
Okay.
But I'm just going to randomly tell you what is in the list.
Okay.
I should have probably done that at the beginning, but all the classic Martin shapes here.
Right.
These are the ones where I don't know how you're going to do this. So there's an O, there's a OM, there's a triple O. Obviously there's a Dreadnought. We've got a Taylor Grand Auditorium somewhere in there. A couple of Gibsons in a J45 and a J200.
Can you hear the cutaway?
And then we've got a couple of the small-bodied ones. So we've got a Baby Taylor and we've got a GS Mini coming up. So again, I'm happy to recap those anytime you like. But the first one you thought was a J45, so I've scribbled that down.
The Baby Taylor should be easy. That sounds like a timing chain that's slipped off.
Next one,
Not far
let's
off.
hope these are tuned up. I'll do the same sort of chords.
I say that's a Baby Taylor, but
I'd say, either a Baby Taylor or a GS Mini.
and GS Mini sounds bigger in my humble recollection. I think that's the Baby Taylor. I think that's the smallest one. I might be wrong. I probably am wrong.
Okay, if you think it's the Baby, I think it's the next one up, the GS Mini.
Well, there you go. Already there.
Baby Taylor for Pete, GS Mini for Ben. You both thought it was a Taylor, though. That's interesting. Okay.
It could be something else.
Guitar number 3.
I think that's the GS Mini.
So what did you say before, Mr. Pete? Oh, you said Baby Taylor before.
Yeah, I
didn't
think
you?
this is the GS Mini. It sounds a little bit bigger, warmer to me, but I might be wrong. I might be swapping them around.
I think it might be. It's one of the. It's certainly something smaller.
Yeah.
It might be the O.
What Oh, what else small have we got in there?
You got an O, you got a GS Mini, you got a Baby Tay. They'd be the three sort of smallest ones.
Yeah.
Could you just strum and hold a G chord? Would you mind?
I'll do it more pointing towards you.
No, I think that's the... See, I've got an O15.
Yeah.
And I think there's more warmth in it.
Just for fun, I'm going to go back to the one that you thought was a GS Mini that may or may not be a GS Mini.
I mean,
Beepity beep beep.
beep,
I
beep,
think is
beep,
what you
beep,
meant
beep,
to
beep,
say.
beep, 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 beep. I'm going to go with the O. I'm going to go with the O for this new one, the O18.
So Pete thought
That's
it was
the
a GS
smallest
Mini,
one, isn't it?
and you thought it was an O18. I mean, yes.
That's
Okay.
the smallest Martin we've got, yeah.
Oh my God, this is unbelievably difficult.
Isn't it?
It's impossible.
I think that is exactly what it is, Mr. Pete. Okay, so here we
Okay.
go. Guitar number 4. Oh, let me tune this.
See, I think that's the O18.
Okay, here we go.
It's on the same as 3.
Hang on, here we go.
I think that's the O18. But those three sound really similar, don't they?
I think it's the OM.
You think it's the OM? Am I not hearing it right? Are you shooting? Where are you shooting the hole? In our direction, or are you shooting it forward?
Well, kind of towards the microphone, but I'm kind of trying to sort of bend towards you.
Right. Could you bend a bit more towards us?
Oh, man. Oh, this is really hard.
That's what she said. Yeah, I'll stick with that. I don't think it is.
I'm not even sure what you said the first time.
I think that's the O18.
Oh, sorry, you did say that, and I haven't written down what Ben has.
I think... I said it was the OM before, didn't I?
You did.
I'm not sure, but I'll stick with it, because
Okay.
I can't.
Just to recap, then we've got 4 guitars in. You both thought the first one was a J45. The second one, Pete thought was a Baby Taylor. Ben thought was a GS Mini. The third one, Pete thought was a GS Mini. Ben went for a 018. The fourth one, Pete said was an 018. Ben said was an OM. So you're all kind of, you're picking guitars that aren't humongously different. Let's see if number 5 is any easier to spot.
I think that's an OM28. It's got that nice
It's very
low end in it.
distinctive, isn't it?
I think that's an SJ200.
Wow, there's a discrepancy there. So one of you's gone small, one's gone big. So sorry, you've gone J200 and Pete, you think triple O.
And now OM.
OM, sorry.
Unless it is the one and you just gave it away.
I haven't given anything away. One of you thinks, okay, so that's the first time we've had a real discrepancy in what you're hearing. So, Ben, you thought it sounded obviously big, J200
I
big,
think
and
it
Pete,
does sound
you're thinking
big.
more focused, are you?
But see, sometimes an SJ200 doesn't sound big because it's
doesn't.
got a maple back
Exactly,
and sides.
that's what I was
Some
gonna
of them
say.
do. Some of them got rosewood back and sides, so that's a difference. But sometimes they don't sound as big as they are on feel.
Yeah.
It's great knowledge there, Mr.
Maple,
Pete.
you can type in there, wood doesn't make a difference. But maple is much brighter than rosewood, and mahogany
Yeah.
is much more. In my opinion, it's got that low. It's just like a mid sort of thing where rosewood has got a nice. Thick,
I think this is obviously having played
end.
thousands of acoustic guitars, it gives you a bit of an advantage, I think, Mr. Pete. So,
I think...
Anyway.
I think it's an SJ200.
okay,
There we go.
so you're sticking with that. Right,
Oh my
in
God,
comes
this is
guitar
just
number 6.
unbelievably difficult.
It's really hard, man.
Right then, so what is this? Is it big, small, somewhere in the middle? Who knows? Oh, it's out of tune.
Oh my God, man! Is that the GS? No, that's a Baby Sailor, isn't it?
You You say we got? Did you say there's a Taylor Grand Auditorium in the lineup?
I did say that, yes.
I think it's that.
So one of you's gone. Sorry, so Pete's gone GS Mini.
No, because I said that already.
Oh,
didn't
did
I?
you?
So
Hang on then, let me see what's left. So far, Pete, you've chosen a J45, a Baby Taylor, a GS Mini, an 018 and an OM. Ben, you've gone J45, GS Mini, 018, OM, J200.
I think that sounds smaller, that one.
I think that's a Grand Auditorium, that last one.
Really?
I do, yeah.
With the cutaway? Yeah, it's got a cutaway on it.
Yeah, because they have got cutaways, haven't they? And they're kind of that, like...
They're good plugged in.
They're good plugged in, but a bit lacklustre acoustic,
Yeah, okay, I'll go with that, man.
That's a slight reversal. You just slammed it into reverse gear and went for the cheapest to the most expensive guitar.
Yeah, but it's just...
Well, you've used up your Baby Taylor and your GS
That's what I mean.
Already, so it can't be...
To me, no offence to whoever it is, it sounds like a smaller guitar, but that's why maybe you're right, that it's like, it's got a cutaway, and I'll go with whatever.
So is this another video for the future of Can You Hear the Cutaway? Can you hear the cutaway? 7, here we go.
Okay.
What's it gonna be?
Dreadnought?
I think it's either Dreadnought or a J. For me, it's an SJ200.
So you both think that's a big sounding guitar,
I think,
what you're saying?
Yeah, Dreadnought.
I'm going Dreadnought.
Yeah,
I've used
I've
used my 200 already.
Yeah, it sounds big.
Okay.
Next one, what is this? 8? Thank God we almost threw it. That's the double O or the OM. Sorry, or the O. Because you can hear there's a big small sound. Does that make sense?
Which is the smallest one's the O, right? Yeah. I think that's I think that one's a triple O.
Wow. I think it's a double O.
Could be a double.
I think it's a double O 18 or double O whatever.
Okay, I'll go triple O because then it's different.
Good. Okay, so I just need to let you know I'm trying to work out what have you got left here. There's 2 more guitars to go.
I've got a triple O and a SJ200 left.
I've got a Baby Taylor and a triple O. No, double O.
You've got a double O left. Okay, so a double O and a Baby Taylor.
I can't believe I could remember that in my head. No, SJ200 and a triple O.
Well, let's see. Is this an SJ200 or a triple O?
I think that's the Baby Taylor.
Oh no, that is a Baby Taylor. I knew that.
Yay!
It's badly. Sorry about that. It's badly.
Doesn't matter. It still sounds just as good.
No, I knew it.
Yeah, I knew that one didn't sound. Yeah, that's a Baby Taylor. Spot that a mile off.
I want to swap mine around.
Yeah.
I mean, I was waiting for that because that does sound. It's a travel guitar with a neck that's screwed onto the body with a screw on front. You know,
it's to keep your chops up, but not to necessarily sound great.
No.
So you both think that's the Baby Taylor?
Yeah.
So
Right,
whatever
so
I
what
said
we need
before,
to do then is the one that you've said before.
What was the one I said, Baby Taylor?
So that's the one that Ben thought was a GS Mini and you thought was a Baby Taylor. So I will go back and I will play that at the end.
Okay, right.
So your last one.
I think you're right in a lot of this, Ben.
Well, maybe.
No, I think you are, man. I can't. It's so different with a blindfold on.
It's really tricky.
It's like it's so different with a blindfold on.
Here we go. Oh dear.
No, that's a smaller body as well.
That is. I'm left with a double O. I'll go with double O on that. I'm not sure it's right, but.
That's the GS Mini. That's the GS Mini.
I think you might be right,
I think that's the GS Mini.
but I've only got a double O left, haven't I?
Yes, but you can swap it around. I think that's the GS Mini.
You want to hear the one that you thought was a Baby Taylor anyway?
So you think that's the GS Mini, and
Even
Ben,
though I
what
said
did you
it
say?
already.
The only one I've got left is my double O, but I have a feeling it might be the GS Mini as well. But you were going to play that one that you thought that Pete thought was the Baby Taylor. Anyway.
I tell you, I think I'm sitting in the wrong place. I think Ben is sitting in a better place.
Right.
That's my excuse.
Okay,
You get
so
the acoustics. I get the whole of the room.
You get the whole
of the room.
So I'm going back to the second guitar here, which is the one that Pete thought was a Baby Taylor and
which is
and
completely
Pete thought
ridiculous.
was a GS Mini.
Oh my God.
I'll stick with my thing. I'm not sure about that one.
It's definitely not the GS Mini.
No, I'll say that one's. I'll stick with my original one and put the
I don't know. I can't tell. It's a little shape. Is it the 08? Is it the 018 that one then, or the 00? And then I missed the 000. Or I can't, man. It doesn't matter.
I'll put the 00 on the last. Not that one. We just
The very
last
end.
one.
the last
The
previous one.
Fine.
So
That's it, right?
Yeah,
It's
to be honest with you, I think this is
impossible.
probably just more fun to right. Blindfold. So I'm going to tell you what you got right,
Oh, that's bright.
and it's interesting. So you both said the first guitar was a J45. It was indeed a J45.
Right.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah.
to be honest with you, given that was the very first one and you had to just take a stab, and it's not like I picked the smallest or the biggest or anything like that. I mean, I thought, wow, maybe this is going to be.
I thought maybe
It's all
impressive.
downhill from there.
it's completely ridiculous. We got it all wrong.
Probably.
So I'm just going to go through the ones that you all got right. But you both spotted the Taylor Grand Auditorium 914.
You're right.
Yeah.
You both spotted the Dreadnought, which was actually the Ferk
cool. Yeah.
vintage, but obviously it's sort of their version of a D28. You both spotted the Dreadnought. You both spotted the Baby Taylor.
Yeah, at the end of it. I should have waited because I know it was. It's a rattling chainsaw, isn't it?
I think the funniest one is this one.
Right.
One of you said it's a J200. So congratulations to whomever said it was a J200. The other one said it was an OM. And
that
you
me?
were absolutely convinced, and that was where we were having a whole dialogue about why you just got such amazing knowledge because of all the guitars you played.
That's why you were taking the piss.
So yeah,
And it's even my OM. Can I just say that?
So Ben takes the lead.
But it didn't sound a bit though.
Ben also got the last one right,
Double O.
which was
No, that's the OM.
Yeah,
The double O.
which is the one over in the back here. So the 00.
No. Oh yeah.
Which you said was a 00.
Yeah.
What do you think you said it was?
GS Mini.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Ben is 2 points up. I think this got put through the ringer. So the O, you said was the Baby Taylor and you said was the GS Mini.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
As soon as you hear the Baby Taylor, you can just hear immediately that.
So what
Different
else?
it is,
I might as
isn't
well do. So yeah. So the
Ben
GS
winner.
Mini. Oh no, Pete scores a point back. Pete heard the GS Mini and said it was a GS Mini. You said the GS Mini was an 018. So
So I swapped them over.
yeah.
I swapped them one way and you swapped them the other way.
and then to be honest with you, the rest are next to impossible. So we had a 000. You said it was an 018. You said it was an OM, and then on the OM. You said was a 00, you said was a 000. But those were the ones I was thinking.
And the
you're never
000 and the
getting
OM
these.
is the same shape apart from the scale length, right? So
Yeah.
So if my calculations are correct here, Ben scored 6 and Pete, I guess, then scored 5, right? So that's not bad. Those 6, that's even 50-50.
That's all right.
Given that you literally,
I'll take that.
that is a hard. I was playing them. I could see them. I couldn't tell you which one sounded any different.
it's easy. It's
How
funny
did you
when
do in
yeah, how
the
did
comment
you do?
section?
Yeah.
It's funny
Put your
how when you
score.
listen, when you sit with the guitar, when you are playing it yourself, there's so much more low end.
Yeah.
And
There
that
is.
always confuses me when somebody's playing it to me,
I'm kind of surprised how
unless they're singing.
instantly identifiable that J45 was.
Yeah, that's got a very. I'm surprised about that.
I think as well,
Didn't sound bigger.
acoustic guitars, tonality difference is so nuanced. I'm just here with my ham-fisted cowboy chords playing with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
plectrum. I think if one of you two had played it, it would have been more obvious maybe as to the style of music each guitar lends
Strings,
itself
maybe?
to. Yeah, I mean, they're not all the same set of strings, so this was just a bit of fun to see.
It's just
But,
a
you know,
bit of
look at
fun.
that.
How did you do? Which guitar is your favourite? And please like and subscribe. Please, come on.
Indeed.
We need to get to that million.
Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Au revoir.